Hello, hello, hello. Good evening, friends, family, supporters. How has it been for the bank holiday here in London? It's been good. It's been good. First, I'd like to thank God, excuse me, thank God for His grace and His mercy that the Queen was able to celebrate her 70th anniversary. I thank God for her life. I thank God for her life that we were able to celebrate with her. And what a turnout, what a turnout. So good to see all the family. So I just like to lift up the Queen in prayer and thank God for her life. Hi, Ali. Yes. Okay, here I am. And I'm going to speak about a subject that not a lot of us like to speak about this subject. I have done 2 videos previously about if you're ready, and if you're not, you better be ready. I've done a video on that. I've also done a video about dying. Recently or lately, there's quite a few people that I know personally that has passed away. And I was praying and lifting those people up that I know. And I was asking God certain questions, and I know a lot of people, there's a lot of question about why. And what I want to talk about is, and bring it to you, is where God say in Proverbs 27 verse 1, it said, do not boast about tomorrow. You don't know what that day may bring. So what I like to talk and share with you is what I understand, and while I was praying, what was revealed to me, or what digested with me. And it's tomorrow is not promised to any of us. None of us knows what tomorrow brings. And there's so much of us. There are many questions we like to ask God. Why? Some of the questions, we don't know. We will never know. And what is the reason? We like to ask why, how, and what's the reason? And some of us, even when we lose a relative, some of us, we turn against God for that. We turn against God when something bad happened to a family member, or a family member might pass away. We turn against God. But what we have to realize is that whether someone died horrifically or in their sleep, and some people, because of that, because of the way the relative died, they turn against God. What we have to realize is that we're not here forever. We are not here forever. We are, all of us is going to die. And this is a subject none of us like to speak about. It's not a comfortable subject to talk about, because just to think of losing a relative is traumatic. We all know that. But we have to get it. We have to realize that. And some of us, we know. And there's help. Do you realize that there's help for everything that you can get psychological help for depression, anxiety, anorexia, or all these things. But there's no help out there for some of us who cannot face or even think of the word death, of dying. There's no help out there. There's no counseling as such specifically for that. And some of us, we need it. We need it, some of us, because we cannot face. You hear people say, if I lose this member of my family, I don't want to live. I don't know how I'm going to cope. And this is what, we have to get our children, our family, they're not here forever. All of us is going to go. All of us. Because if you look at it, when a child is born, we have to go through pain. I remember when I was pregnant with my first child, and people say that, when you're having a child, it's 1 foot in the grave and 1 foot out, meaning to say you can die at any time. Anything can go wrong. And at that time, I I got so scared. I wish I didn't have to go through all of that. I wish I didn't have to go through all of that. But I have to go through it. The trial is there. I have to go through it. I have to face whatever comes. It's the same like, us human beings. We got to get it that we are not here forever. Why do some of us think that, we here? We're not going to die or whatever. And it's so, I know the most traumatic experience you can go through is losing a loved one. I know that. I know that. We all know that. But we have to face the inevitable. Right now, those of you who's watching me, those of you who's seen the live, look around you. You might be around a loved one, your family and everything else. All those people around you now, every one of us and every one of whoever is around you now, they're not going to be here forever. They are not going to be here forever. And this is what we have to get into our head. We have to deal with it. We have to deal with it. Because as I said, I was praying and it really, really came to me that we have to know this. Tomorrow is not promised to any of us. And you will hear a lot of people say they're shocked by what happened. We have to get it. Tomorrow is not promised to any of us. And we have to know that. And while you're here, while you're still alive and you have your member of family, friends, everyone around you, live good. Live good. Love them, yes. Embrace them. Because we don't know what tomorrow brings. I remember one Christmas Eve going to work. Early morning. Someone just stepped in front of a bus. That was it. That was it. And he must have left family, left his home early morning. And now his family have to hear this sad news that he was killed. So I just want to bring it to you. Tomorrow is not promised to any one of us. So cursing and turning against God when something horrific happened or you lost a loved one, no. No, God didn't promise us that we're going to live forever. Until that second coming, he promised us all will be well. Whatever he promised us in the beginning, in the end, we will see that paradise. So we have pain coming in, having a child. When we go in now, we have to go through pain. When you're on your way out, you have to go through pain. When a child is born, we go into labor, pain. When we are leaving, pain. All of us will have to go through that. There's no running away from it. There's no hiding from it. Whether it's a horrific death or not, we all have to go. And when that time comes, we all will be feeling pain. We are all going to go through pain. And we got to realize that. I had great, most of my family know me. When I was younger, I had such a fear of dying. I had such a fear of dying until I started reading God's word and what he's saying, you know. Psalm 21, though you walk through the valley of death, he said he will be right there with you. And when I started reading his word and getting a more full understanding that even on our way out, he's right there with us. So when you lose someone, I used to think when in the Bible it has that weeping may endure for a night, but joy cometh in the morning. When I was younger and didn't know my word properly, read my Bible properly, I want to know, how could joy cometh in the morning? When you lose someone, how could joy cometh in the morning? How? I couldn't understand that. I said, I'll be lost. But what I think in my little simple way, what God mean by joy cometh in the morning is that that person no longer have to go through all the traumas of this world. That person is released from all of that. We are the one that gonna be suffering. We are the one that, that gonna be feeling all the things that's to come. So with the joy cometh in the morning is that, you no longer have to worry about that person. Yes, you will miss them. Yes, you love them. All that. You will have your mourning, about your loved one and everything else. But the joy, when I read it and I get to realize is that no more pain, no more suffering. And we will have our period of losing that loved one and being sad and everything else, but it's not for us to worry about anymore. It's not for us to worry about anymore. We must look around. The earth is beautiful, wonderful, but I'm not talking about the superficial, materialistic things. I'm talking about the trees, the greenery, the parks, the flowers, the ocean, the mountain. Enjoy, people. Enjoy what we have. Enjoy. There's so much people dying of stroke and heart attacks and everything else. We have to expect all these things. As I keep saying, we are not here forever. And we will feel pain coming in, going out. I'd also like to say that we all have flaws. We all are sinners. There's lots of family that going through a lot of this, where family members not talking to each other, and for whatever reason. But what I like to ask families that going through not talking to someone for years, your family members for years and everything else, is their sin more than yours? Do you think that they have sinned more than you? At the end of the day, sin is sin. We need to forgive. If you and a family member is not talking or anything like that, you need to sit down and tell that person where they have hurt you, where they have caused pain. Whatever the problem is, you should sit down and talk about it, because none of you, if you think that one sin more than you, no. Sin is sin at the end of the day. Somebody do you wrong, talk about it. There's too much families falling out over the most silly things. Ask yourself, do you think that person has sinned more than you? Why you have to hold on to grudges, hold on to this, hold on to that. We are all sinners. Small, large, we are all sinners. And I'm fed up of hearing family members falling out for silly things. Life is not promised to us. Tomorrow is not promised to us. Heal those bridges. Heal those bridges before it's too late. Heal those bridges before it's too late. Those of you who have family members or even friends that you're not speaking to, heal all those bridges. Sit down, talk about it. And I will say and repeat again, tomorrow is not promised to us. And I will say again, look around you. Those that is in your home now, look around you. You can lose any one of them tomorrow. Live good, people. Live good. Love. Spread the love. Spread the love. Don't blame God for when something bad happens or something horrific happens. Whether it's horrific or you die in your sleep, we all have to go. We all have to go. We all have to go. So the breath that you take and the life that's been given to us, that we still here, do good, and spread the love. Spread the love. Spread the love, people. I just wanted to share these few words. I have done 2 videos on certain things relating to this, but I wanted to bring the tomorrow is not promised to any of us. Heal those bridges. Sit down, talk. Love, love, love. Spread the love. As God say, love thy neighbor as you love thyself. Families, I'm speaking to all the families out there. Those who's not talking, not speaking to one another. Please, I beg you, heal those bridges. Heal those gaps. Heal all the pain. Sit down, talk, deal with it. This is the word I wanted to come to you tonight. Tomorrow is not promised to us. Heal all the hurt and the pain, those of you that have families, and you need to heal those bridges, as I said. This is what I wanted to come and say tonight. And those of you who recently lost loved one, my heart goes out to you. I pray and I ask God to strengthen you in your time of loss. God bless you. And as I always say, like, comment, and share. God bless you.